Can hear you.
You can hear me?
I can. I want to. Welcome back to the Pantless podcast. Here's your hosts, Austin and Travis. Take it away, guys. What's up? What's going on? We're
Boom.
not together this week. Hey, did you see the thumbnail from last week on the YouTubes?
Probably. Oh, yeah. Us.
Us fist pumping. That was the second option in the auto. Because I'm like, wait, that's perfect. It's kind of janky a little bit, but still, I loved it.
It conveyed a message.
Like, yeah, loved it. So, what have you been doing? What have you been eating? Because I actually have something this week. I didn't share it. I shared it with you, but not with the people.
You should share it with the world, because I finally saw it today. I'm like, he has a case. He has a case. Why don't you tell them what you had?
I had probably... okay, started off with I'm not a big fan of Philly cheesesteak sandwiches. I can take it or leave it. Not one of my favorites. But my wife's birthday was Wednesday, and I took her out
Happy birthday.
Yeah. And I took her out to eat Wednesday night at a new place I found in Pryor called Big Belly's Burgers. Philly cheesesteaks and hot wings. That's the just right beside where we work. And it was good.
It looked good. And I am a fan of Philly cheesesteaks.
I had a Philly
You mentioned that this was possibly the best in the state of Oklahoma? Possibly?
Possibly. I know they had some really good fried pickles.
I want to try it. I want to try that Philly cheesesteak, and I think that you should try the Philly cheesesteak from that Skytook place that I had, and we should hook up and talk about which we thought was better.
I mean, we could always... You, me, your wife, my wife, meet in Skytook and go try some Philly cheesesteaks there, and then drive back in and be like, I'm still hungry. Let's go eat another one from Big Belly's Burgers.
Yeah, I like it. I like the sound of that. I had chicken tacos tonight. Delicious.
Nice. I'm going to do beef tacos tomorrow night.
All right.
No, we changed that. Never mind. Depends on how many kids don't come home.
Whoa. Where are they going to be?
I don't know. They're going places that won't be here at home.
Oh, okay.
Grandparents and such.
Heard that. I heard that.
I think some of them are going with one grandparent and the others are going with another grandparent. So I don't really know who's going to be home. So,
yeah.
Did you pick up your... sit just right.
I did. Oh, can't see it. But yes, Genesect and Volcanion.
Mine is still unclaimed.
Ooh.
I haven't even scratched off the back, which I didn't realize it was 2 codes. I figured it was 1 code. I figured it was going to be 1 code and it'd just give you both.
Nope.
But
1 code per mon.
When I went to go pick this one up, I asked the gentleman there at the GameStop in Pryor when the Marshadow was going to be available. And he said he heard from a friend that Marshadow is Target exclusive.
Yep.
So you know that's truth?
That is the truth. That is confirmed.
Okay. When?
It starts October 30th.
Oh, so it's into the month.
Yes. Starts October 30th and runs to like the second week of November or something like that. The 10th or the 15th.
So that means I need to...
Do you know when this one ends?
I think this one ends on the 30th. I want to say this one ends when Marshadow starts.
Okay.
And
because that guy, we probably talked to the same guy, but he asked me if Target would be willing to slide me an extra to pick him up one too, because he didn't think he was going to be going. And I'm like, oh, I'll do a little,
If he's the guy if he's the guy I think he was, whenever the Eternatus roll out, I walked
Yeah.
in and he's like, "What game you got?" And I'm like, "Technically both." And he's like, "Here, it's slow." He handed me 2 cards, so I got 2
Nice.
Eternatus, 2 shiny
Nice.
Eternatus. I only got one of these. I didn't even
Yeah, the
because
last time I went to GameStop, I got shut down because like, hey, can I get my kids? And he's like, oh, if they're not here, I can't give them to you.
he must like
And,
me more than you.
and so I didn't even attempt it, and it might not have been the same guy, but the guy that I got my, oh, maybe it had to be the same guy because it was the Eternatus guy. Because yeah, it was the same guy. The
I have a
guy
guy
that
that
has the
runs
Pokemon
that.
decal on the back of his car. That guy.
I don't know. I didn't see what. I don't remember what this guy. But is it the guy that? I don't know how long you've been going into that GameStop, but it's the guy that's been there since like the store opened, like 10 years ago. He's like he runs that store.
He's usually the one in there. So
Yeah. Was wearing a solid black mask.
yep, that's the guy.
Yep. 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 I'll tell you what his name is later because I don't want to. But
If I get an extra card from Target, I'll be nice and I'll pass him one just to maybe,
yeah,
maybe he'll remember me and
I did.
hook me up in the future.
I almost kind of felt bad that I possibly hurt his feelings with the when I was in there for the Eternatus because he's like, you gonna pre-order the new one? And I'm like,
He was wanting that party.
I'm like, no, I don't pre-order from GameStop. I don't even buy stuff from GameStop. I only walk in there when Pokemon Company does a distribution. So I'm like, sorry, my guy, I don't pre-order. He's like, if we don't start getting more pre-orders, they're gonna shut this location down. I'm like, don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry.
So he was using the midnight release angle from being. He's like, if we get enough pre-orders,
also
we can have
mentioned
a midnight
that.
release party, and so he was really wanting to do that so he could have a party.
Like, sorry, my guy.
Because usually those games come out on a weekday, and I'm not interested in.
I'm too old for a midnight release.
I did that one. I went to a midnight release one time to get a 3DS when it first came out, and that was it.
I've done a ton of midnight releases in the past. That's how I got my Switch on a midnight release. That was a party.
I bet.
Because I think they only had like 10 or 15 pre-orders for the prior location for Switches. They didn't have many.
Well, you couldn't get many.
And it was like me, my brother, and one of my brother's friends. We were there, and everybody that had pre-orders we were all. They opened it up at like 11:30, and only if you could only get in the door if you had a pre-order.
Nice.
So it was only us getting Switches. So we were all like talking to random people because we were there getting Switches. And the guy we were both talking to thought it would be fun if he got into an those inflatable costumes like the dinosaur T-Rex. He was an inflatable Mario.
How fun.
And like they would hand him the Switch box, and then you'd have to take a picture with him. Then he'd hand. It was like it was stupid. I hated it. Me and my brother walked up to him and said, "Can I have my Switch?" And he's like, "Picture." He's like, "No, Switch." Because my brother's like very no nonsense.
That's funny.
He's like, fine. But yeah, I don't do midnight releases anymore. Because what am I gonna do with a midnight release? Go up and get it at midnight.
You groggy at work the next day.
I'm gonna go to midnight. I'm gonna go to the midnight release, get the game, come home, go directly to sleep, get up in the morning, and be dead tired for work, and still not get to play it till I get home from work.
Yeah, and then you'll probably be so dead tired you might go to sleep early.
Yeah,
and then play it the next day because the next day is usually Saturday, and
so
I'm playing.
I'm almost thinking I might
just pick it up on your way from work on Friday. Boom, bang, bing. Now you're rested and you're playing.
I think I might pre-order Scarlet Digital. Ooh. I don't even think I'm gonna get because I do want a pre-order because you get the Terratype, the flying Terratype Pikachu with the pre-order.
No.
Yes.
It's an early mystery gift bonus that anybody who buys the game before November something they just misled you
Was it?
in that release. It made it sound like you had a pre-order,
They said pre-order bonus. It was the
but
words they
it's
used.
it's you don't have to pre-order to get
Okay.
it.
So I'll probably just buy it day of then.
That's the last thing that I read, because I'm like, how is this going to
Okay.
work? How do they know if I pre-order, and how's it going to work? And it turns out that it's you just log in, and
I
as
know
long
if
as you
you
log in and get the
I know if you pre-order off the Nintendo eShop, it'll almost flag it. You can like do a you can download it a little bit early, and then when you open the game up, it's like, oh, you pre-ordered. It'll give you your stuff, and if you pre-order from like a GameStop or Walmart, yes, you could pre-order from Walmart. There'll be like a code on the receipt, that's how it used to be.
Interesting. So if you pre-order from Walmart, do you get the Walmart discount?
I don't know. I've never actually pre-ordered anything from Walmart. I just know that you can. As I don't really pre-order games ever anymore. I just buy them when they come out. But
Yeah.
I have noticed that some first-party games aren't getting the Walmart discount right now. Well, what game was I looking at that came out recently?
Yeah. What game were you looking at that came out recently that you did not get?
It was one of the Nintendo games that came out that I was looking to get that I never bought. Can't remember which one it was, but it was a Switch game and it was a full 60. That was a drop. But go to GameStop, get your Genesect and Volcanion. Got any other gaming news? Hey,
I don't think so.
were you a Silent Hill fan?
Never played it.
Okay. Never mind
Not
that.
because I didn't want to. I just never picked it up.
That's fair. They announced. I think. Capcom. Capcom. Yeah.
Keep.
Announced today that there's gonna be
Okay, well, I just bought a
Silent
game.
Hill 2. What?
So I guess I just bought a game.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I kind of wanted it anyway.
What'd
The
you?
BioShock collection for the Switch is on sale for $10, and you get BioShock 1, 2, and Infinite.
That's a good collection. I've never played a BioShock game.
But I was trying to look at payment options, and I guess I had a card saved, and so I went and I pushed purchase, and it just bought the game.
Well,
It said you're download. So, well, there we go. I hope I have the money in my account.
I think you can go in and you should be able to go in and refund it pretty quick.
I'm sure I'll be fine. I just got to do a little chickadee check, and because that would just be like the ultimate, like.
That's why you don't put that kind of auto pay stuff on your. So, you're probably messing with that. You probably don't have time to do some
Breaking news. What kind of breaking news do you have?
I don't have any. I was gonna go look some up if you said you didn't have any.
I got some. Kind of breaking news.
Kind of breaking news. I like kind of breaking news.
But
Quasi breaking news.
That actress that plays in the new Black Panther movie, Lupita, said that after she finished reading the script for Wakanda Forever, she was like in tears. Like, it was so good.
I can't wait for it. I gotta have it now.
So
that's what. Oh no, that was it.
That was it. Yeah, like the movie's gonna be awesome.
Oh, the movie looks epic. Was that? Have you seen the previews?
I saw the one that came out like the first one that came out.
Okay, so they got another one, and I was trying to figure out who one of the characters was in the newer preview. I think it's Namor. I think that's a Marvel character.
Namor?
Yeah, Namor. He's like he's the Marvel's Aquaman kind of.
Oh,
I was
interesting.
thinking of the right character. I just typed in Marvel Namor and it came up here.
Okay.
He's also known as Submariner.
Okay.
He debuted in early 1939.
Sounds lame.
He's like
Is
a
that the one that's fighting them? The one that jumps up from the sea and is
yeah,
actually like
like
fighting Wakanda?
kind of flies a little bit, and he kind of looks like
Yeah.
he's got a trident in his hand. Yeah, it's Namor.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Lame. Lame. It's not really breaking news, but Kelly Clarkson put out today. It
Yeah.
was her. Oh, maybe it wasn't an anniversary. Anyway, she has her own little talk show, and she came out and she performed Third Eye Blind's Jumper. She did a little cover,
Nice.
and she killed it. Straight up killed it. It was so good. I love Third Eye Blind. I love Jumper, and she did a great job. So I don't know if you're into Kelly Clarkson.
I am not. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. I got this game on beside me, and it's Taysom Hill almost threw a touchdown pass to my wide receiver. I'm starting this
Ooh.
week.
Oh goodness.
What? How crazy would it be if I had Taysom Hill as started, and he threw a touchdown pass to my receiver, and I got double points for that? That a tight end throws a touchdown pass.
Yeah, Taysom Hill has that potential.
Okay, I'm sad.
It's frustrating. It's frustrating.
I am sad that I had him, then let him go.
Yeah, you never know.
I mean, it's a thing. You know what? I don't want to keep you too late tonight. Let's talk about a movie. This might be a short episode.
Retro Movie
We
Review.
watched the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yes, we did.
What?
Yes, we did. My first time ever watching it.
What were your reaction? What was your reaction?
I don't know what I was expecting, but it was nowhere near what I was expecting.
Okay.
I was expecting a lot of zaniness, and it was zany. Don't get me wrong, but I was expecting. I don't know.
Were you expecting a musical?
Slapstickery. Yes, I was. I knew it was going to be a musical.
Okay.
I knew that, but I thought it was going to be more comedic. But it was really just bizarre. It was just
out there.
Yeah, it was very weird. The whole thing was so weird. The acting was Tim Curry did great.
Tim Curry was amazing.
Who was that? Susan Sarandon?
Susan Sarandon.
She did good. Her counterpart,
Brian Bostwick?
yeah.
Barry Bostwick.
I wasn't a fan. I thought he was...
I always forget who he is because he looks he's so young in this movie. He's been in a lot of... He was in, what did I see that he was in? What was the name of that movie? Or he was in a TV show from the 90s.
Meatloaf looked super young. It was crazy.
I had to keep reminding myself that wasn't Jack Black for a couple times.
Right? I could see that.
Oh, Barry Bostwick was in Spin City. If you remember that show from the mid 90s.
Nope.
He was
it was crazy. It's a crazy movie.
Very crazy. It's one of those movies that's like I could almost see this being more of a modern movie with some of the
right.
Yes, but this was made in 75.
Yeah.
When cross-dressing and from Transylvania.
Yes.
Can
we not say that word, the other one?
I don't.
The city, or it was a planet. The planet, I'll just say it because it's from the movie. The planet was transsexual, and the
Transsexual.
galaxy was Transylvania.
Yeah, I believe so. Yes, they're from transsexual.
Transsexual Transylvania.
Yep.
And see, when he was saying that at the beginning of the movie, I had no idea. I didn't know it was about aliens. And so I just
You're not
thought
supposed to know at that point.
he was counting. I thought he was calling, Transylvania. I think it's in Romania. I
Yeah.
thought he was saying like Transylvania is just a transsexual community. So when he said I'm from transsexual Transylvania, I'm like, oh, that means he's just. But no, that's the name of an entire planet.
Did you know? And this takes a little bit of paying attention. The gentleman that played Riff Raff, he actually wrote the entire story.
Really?
This is his story, and then he cast himself. They cast him as Riff Raff.
Interesting.
And I was the beginning with the mouth singing is hilarious to me. But then whenever they're like doing like the beginning credits, and it's saying like it said the actor and then what they played, and then everybody also had in parentheses something else. Because like Riff Raff was, I think that was Richard O'Brien, and it said Riff Raff, the handyman. It's like, and then the detective guy, the criminologist, who was a criminal that it kept cutting to, that was telling the story, was hilarious.
Yeah. That part was very. It was reminiscent of like Monty Python, like their
a little bit,
skits,
yeah.
How, they would always cut away to something like that. Like, oh, that was a random cutaway. Like this shouldn't be in the movie, but it is.
It's one of those things that's not really needed. But I if I'm not mistaken, there was a remake of this in 2016. And I think Tim Curry had already had his stroke and he was wheelchair bound. So Tim Curry played the criminologist in the remake.
Oh, okay.
I haven't watched the remake because I just don't want to. I have no reason to watch it.
It probably is not going to be as good.
It's a very, like, I had forgotten they even made a remake until we were sitting down watching it, and I'm like, wait, didn't they remake this one a couple of years ago? They did. And I really don't want to watch it. I remember it didn't, like, do well. But it's a classic movie. And I have a feeling this classic movie. Let's see what the critics had to say about it.
Yeah, this will be super interesting. I am gonna struggle mightily. I have no idea.
Well, I have Common Sense Media. I'm excited to get into Common Sense Media for this movie.
Oh goodness!
So, on Metacritic, 12 critics out of 100.
Man, I don't think they're gonna like it. I'm gonna say 42.
They didn't dislike it that much. 65.
Okay, interesting.
In the green, but barely.
Yeah, for a critic, that's a fantastic score.
147 users out of 10.
I think the users liked it. I'm gonna go 8.1.
Very close. 8.0.
Okay. I can see that, yeah. It seemed like more of a user movie. But I'm surprised that the critics gave it such a high score.
I can see critics not liking it as it's just weirdly driven, not a lot of not a lot of character building, not a lot of, I don't know, explanation to the movie. I'm not a huge fan of musicals, and the fact that some of the songs just sound like they're getting in the way of the story. Because, like, you guys could just be talking right now. Why are we doing this slow talk, almost sing? When Rocky first comes out and sings a perfect number and then doesn't say another word the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
That always cracked me up. So let's get down here. Critics gave it 10 positive, 1 mixed, 1 negative. Which, still a low score. Users gave it 121 positive, 15 mixed, 11 negative.
Okay.
USA Today gave it an 88. You still get Tim Curry in drag, young Susan Sarandon in her skimpies, and an enthusiastic score.
Yeah.
Entertainment gave it an 83. For a movie that's mostly a plotless mix of old sci-fi flicks, a Bowie-esque gender blending, Rocky Horror continues to charm. That's due in part to the honest delight we take in the freedoms this movie so truthfully flaunts. Did you know that this was actually a Broadway show? Like, it was actually a theater show that ran
Before it was a movie?
No, after the
Oh.
It was one of those movies that it came out in a movie, and he wrote it in a way that it would move on in theater, and like different drama groups and stuff does this movie, and like different theater. Like, I think it toured for a while. I think it still does. I don't know if it does.
But I could see that.
If you watch the movie, when you're watching the movie, it almost feels like you're watching it in a theater. It almost looks like a theater production style movie.
Yep.
So, I don't know. Random thought there. I like how Entertainment said it was a plotless mix of old sci-fi flicks. Kind of fit. Because it just had some.
What was the twist? It was.
There was no twist.
There was no twist. Exactly.
There really. I mean, I guess that they were aliens.
I mean, there were aliens.
Spoiler on that one, but I mean, where did Eddie come from? Meatloaf's character. Why was he frozen? You know.
That's true. We don't know why he was frozen. We do know that he was that wheelchair guy's nephew. Then he somehow wandered off and wandered over there. But we don't know why.
Yeah. So, Time Out London gave it an 80. Never heard of them. The material inspires affection. Given its knowing... I don't know that word. Of everything from universal horrors to 50s grades Z sci-fi, and a shamelessly hedonistic, fiercely independent sensibility that must have seemed a welcome relief from the mainstream bombastic of other 70s musicals. Really had me thrown off on that one. Reader, with a backwards R, gave it a 30. Only
was the first R or the last R backwards?
First R is backwards.
Okay.
So they're gave it a 30. The wit is too weak to sustain a film, and the songs all sound the same.
Okay.
AV Club gave it a 67. The plot is only semi-comprehensible, but the nearly non-stop musical numbers, brilliant conflations of glam rock and show tunes, and transgressive sexual energy keeps things moving. So, what do you think about the best song in the movie, The Time Warp?
That was very 70s. Very 70s.
It's just a jump to the left.
Yeah, that was. I like the pelvic thrust reminded me of you. Like, I think I've seen you do that, and you probably got it from this movie. Because then you squeeze your knees, and then the pelvic thrust really drives you insane. Yeah.
time to time war again. It's just a jump to the left and a step to the right.
Yeah.
Put your hands on your hips. It's one of those awkward songs you do at a middle school or high school dance, because everybody knows it and everybody knows the dance to it. And it's only really awkward for the adults in the room.
Right.
So this is what I want to get into.
All right. Let's do this. I'm
Common
excited.
Sense Media.
Who do we have the pleasure of reading?
I think this is a Pantless podcast first.
Ooh,
Exclusive.
that's tough to do because we've been around a while.
Mariana Vestick?
That sounds new.
Sounds new to me.
That is pretty cool.
Assume it's a she?
That's fair.
Okay. So, this is giving me... I am shocked at these scores at the beginning of this.
Okay.
She gives it 15 plus 4 stars.
Wow. Okay.
I would not let my 15-year-old watch this movie.
I'm not there yet. I don't have a 15-year-old, so I don't know. It's a lot.
There's a lot of more innuendo than direct.
Yeah.
But the scene where he shows up to both of their bedrooms
Yeah.
is pretty out there.
Yep.
When she jumps into the tank with Rocky is quite explicit.
Yeah. Yeah.
When they're in the swimming pool at the end, but we'll see what they have to say about it.
Yeah.
Parents say 13 plus 5 stars out of 37 reviews.
13?
Parents are saying 13 plus 5 stars.
Ah.
I don't agree. 119 kids.
Yeah.
Agreed. 13 plus 5 stars.
Wow. That is...
I had to make sure I was looking at the right movie for a minute.
That's wild.
Now I'm really curious with this. This has in her little words here, a comedic cult classic with heavy sexual innuendo.
Yeah.
Not really comedic.
That's why I say innuendo.
Oh. I don't see the I don't see the comedy. It's more of a music. It's actually listed on Amazon Prime as a musical horror.
Yeah, I
don't even see the horror.
Comedy. I was expecting a comedy, and it really wasn't very funny. So I hope that it wasn't a comedy. It was just zany. It was weird. It was bizarre.
Yeah.
I didn't really see much of the horror either.
No, but I can see more horror than comedy.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Because
they're almost like they're trapped. I could see sci-fi. If you want to say
sci-fi
with horror-ish element.
Ooh.
Horror-ish element.
I'll take my leave.
You know what I meant. It's got elements. It's a sci-fi with elements of horror. I could see that too. Because that scene with Eddie was kind of grotesque and dark and
Yep.
I can
All
see
right.
it.
So let's jump into the meat and taters of this.
Yeah.
Positive messages.
Not present. So help me, it better be not present.
3 out of 5.
Stop it! You're full of it.
Complex ideas about sexual identity and individual behavior. Underneath the provocative and campy exterior, the movie has messages about being true to yourself and expressing yourself honestly.
That is a stretch. My goodness, they
Giggity.
stretch for that one.
Giggity. Positive role models.
I would also say not present, but she's gonna give Dr. Frankenfurter a 3.
I don't. She's lost a couple ticks in my book on this one. A 1.
A 1, okay.
Characters are far too campy to be seen as positive role models. You're allowed to give it a not present on this website.
Yeah.
All right. Violence and scariness.
I would probably give it a 2. It really wasn't very violent or scary, but there was a lot of blood. Like I said, that Eddie scene, like there's the insinuation that he just beat him with a pickaxe or something.
What'd you give it?
I would say a 2.
She gave it a 3.
Okay.
Dead body and glass table. Characters killed by lasers, which 70s lasers.
Yeah. Yeah. When that laser was bouncing off of Rocky, that was just fantastic. It was just, pew, pew. It's like, oh my goodness.
Implications that a man was killed with a pickaxe. Comedic pratfall violence. Male character kicked in the crotch. Female character playfully whipped.
Playfully whipped? Why is that violent or scary?
Okay. Roll with it, I guess.
I guess.
Sex, romance, nudity. I know what I'd give this one.
Oh man, this one.
This is probably the only movie I'd ever give it a 5.
Ooh,
for really not having any nudity.
Yeah,
because it was just
the
start
whole
to
movie
finish.
Was about it.
Yeah,
really.
start
it was
to finish.
Filled with tension and I could see where you're coming from. I don't think I could go that far. I would say I could give it a 4.
I could knock mine down to a 4.
Because it was pretty impressive. Like, you never really even saw anything. You never saw butts or boobs until the end, and that was actually really interesting that when they were on stage doing their little dance after they became de-statued,
yeah,
and they all had that whatever corset.
Oh yeah,
all of them, even that one magenta, like, their nipples were above the corset, like you could.
I thought I saw something, but I wasn't sure.
It was just like it never focused on it, but you could see it. But Susan Sarandon, nope,
she was covered.
She was covered.
I thought I saw it, but then it wouldn't. Then I'm like, did I see what I thought I saw?
Yeah,
but
you saw the guys a lot, but the women, it was just like as they were moving across the screen. Or I say the woman, she would move across the screen. You're like, I thought she's wearing it like the guys are wearing it.
But the statues were all nude.
Yeah, that's true.
Because when they made them into statues right there, they went nude as well. But it's nude statues, so it's like, oh, that's just okay.
Yeah, we see that at a museum. Yeah.
So she gave it a 4.
Okay.
Cross-dressing, brief nudity, seduction, tons of innuendo, lead characters turned into naked statues. In cases of mistaken identity, Brad and Janet initiate sex with one another, but both instances their partner is Frankenfurter in disguise. But they initiated it. They knew it was him before they both did something. Yeah. Then Janet was all distraught that she couldn't believe that he cheated on her.
Even though she did the exact same thing.
You did it first, technically.
Yeah. Yeah, she did it first, and then she's like, oh, man, Brad did it. And then she hooked up with Rocky to get back at him, and then it was a mess. And then Frankenfurter attacked her because Rocky was his, and it's like a love square.
I was about to say, it couldn't be a triangle, because it was like a hexagonal rectangle. Language.
I heard one F word, I think.
I don't.
But I don't
I thought
recall...
I did too, but I don't know if it was one. I think it was just we both possibly heard the same word that wasn't one.
Maybe. But I didn't hear much. I don't recall anyway. I would give it a 2 because of the innuendos and the one F word that I think I heard. But I don't recall hearing much language outside of that.
I don't. She gave it a 3.
Okay.
Frequent sexual innuendo. There, it's in your window again. Cover that thing up. Implying erections. Sexual desire. Group sex. Damn it. G, damn
Oh
it.
yeah.
Damn
Yeah,
it.
that's right.
Janet.
Yeah.
I was actually going to name the episode Damn It, Janet. But I was like, nah.
Yeah, we might lose our clean rating if you do that.
I think I already know what it's going to be named, but we'll keep that a secret. You'll have to. Well, you'll know if you're watching the
Why do
episode.
we have to keep it a secret? They're going to see it before they even hear it or see it.
It's just a jump to the left.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Fair.
Could call it then a pelvic thrust.
That would do that one. That'll get the clicks.
Here's one I was hyper focused on, and I was widely disappointed. Products and purchases. Consumerism.
Did we see anything?
No,
Did we see
it's not present at all.
Okay.
There was nothing.
Okay.
I mean, not even. I don't even know if we could even stretch and say that music wanted me to go buy music, but it was all specifically.
Meatloaf. We saw Meatloaf, and you could want to go buy his album.
No, I really just want to go to a good country restaurant and buy some meatloaf. What was the meatloaf you were talking about the other night? The
Oh yeah, it was a
Chipotle.
it was a cream cheese, and it had some kind of spicy sauce. I can't remember which, like sriracha or something like. It was like a sriracha cream cheese stuffed meatloaf.
2 weeks in a row, we've used the word meatloaf in our episodes.
That's right.
Drinking, drugs, and smoking.
Did we? There was drinking. I know that.
I know there were some. I thought he was smoking some cigarettes on and off. Frankenfurter was,
And maybe he was.
but
Well, what do they give it? A 2?
I gave it a 2, and just says wine drinking.
Okay. All right.
This is a very progressive movie for its time.
It was, yeah.
And with, do you think this movie, and this might, do you think this movie would make people mad these days, or you think it would, like a certain group of people would be like, I love that movie. This is exactly what we are. Like,
I don't know. It would be. It's weird because obviously we know that it had a remake, and I don't remember hearing anything. But the remake, what'd you say when it came out?
2016.
Okay, so yeah, so that was before a lot of the stuff that we've been seeing. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It probably would make one group really mad, and then the other group think it's the greatest movie ever.
I think they'd be split.
Yeah.
So, not really any good parent reviews. A bunch of them are just stupid. So, now I need to in the opening song when the lips are singing. She mentions a couple names in the song. She mentions Flash Gordon and she mentions a couple other names. I would like to. I think we got 1 or 2 more Halloween spooky movies. Spooky movies.
1 more, I think.
We could do 2. We could do 3. We could finish out the year with them. It's our show.
Fair.
We could stop today.
That's true too.
I want to try to find and watch Flash Gordon. Have you seen it?
Nope.
You've never seen Flash Gordon? We need to watch
Never.
that one here soon.
I thought it was a TV show. It's a movie?
No, it's a movie.
Okay. So yeah, I'm down for that. Said if you want to.
I don't know if
Next week is our Halloween episode, though. I mean,
yeah.
I know we could be done, but I believe next week's episode released. Yeah, it comes out on Halloween.
Okay.
So It'd be a missed opportunity. The title should be like Halloween episode.
Well, let's end
Should
with.
we wear costumes?
Don't know. Ending thoughts. What truly did you think of this movie we watched? Let's go there.
I have nothing else to say. It was very bizarre, not what I thought it was. And I would like to see. I heard that it became like this cult hit, and it was very interactive. If you went to a theater,
Really,
the crowd that went to watch it knew the movie so well. Like in certain scenes, everybody would chant the same thing, or they would boo, or in certain parts they would throw popcorn. And I got confirmation from somebody that had actually participated in one of those viewings.
Oh, very nice.
A while back, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it was insane. Like the fans of the movie are crazy." I think that would be cool to go experience.
Yeah. That would
Yeah. Watch it. It's not for kids.
Not for kids.
Very sexual. Very sexual. But watch it if you're an adult. Let us know what you think. Comment. Leave us a voicemail. Say, "Oh, why'd you guys make me watch that?" Nobody leaves us voicemails anymore.
Ever.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Anymore. When did they?
That's fair. They've never left us a voicemail. But you can leave us a voicemail by clicking the link below, and that'd be cool. Do it. Anchor.fm/the Pantless Podcast/message.
Dang right. Huh, never seen that movie. I'm looking through movies. I'm trying to figure out what we're gonna watch.
Oh yeah. Are we going scary? Are we finishing it off strong?
We should. We should do a good.
Ooh.
We haven't even done any. We haven't done any like slasher or scary stuff.
You're right.
Interesting. Hold on. There's a movie I was thinking about. Let's see if it's available on anything. It shows it's there. Let's do one from '96.
Okay.
Let's do Scream.
All right. Let's do it.
It shows it's on Prime Video.
Sweet.
So.
Yeah. Do it. Scream. We're there.
My Scream. It keeps doing weird stuff. Shows it's not on Prime Video. Why is it showing? I hate it when it does this. Yeah, you have to have Paramount Plus to watch it on. Shows it's. Oh, it says Prime Video Premium subscription, so you have to have a secondary subscription.
Lame.
So, I was really wanting to watch this one. I mean, we can still do it. I could find it.
You still can. Yeah, you can find it. Somebody owns it. You can borrow their Blu-ray.
I
their
probably have it
DVD.
over there. You know what? Let's do it. We're doing it anyway.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
It's what we do.
It's
We're
what
professionals.
we do. We are not professionals. We are semi-pros. Semi-bros?
Semi-bros. I like that. Semi-brosive, dude.
Love it when that happens. Every once in a while, I use my second monitor. It'll just black screen on me. I don't really know what's going on there. It'll just forget to exist.
Yeah, you don't need it.
It's like, oh, you're actually using this screen? So, let's... You got anything else?
I don't, sir. Say we call it.
Disappointing. So...
Let's call it.
Oh, what are we calling it?
Something about a pelvic thrust.
Time to do the time up and... Oh, hold on. How about I not fail at this?
Oh man, wouldn't it have been cool if you had that song queued up and then we could have
I should...
exited with that? Ugh,
I should have.
that's fine. Next time.
Next time. Next time. Next year.
Next year. New Year.
At Christmas.
New Year's is coming up.
Yeah, it is.